Dark Winter.
The Dark Zone. The center of a failed containment attempt by the government. You don't want to go here alone. And yet some of us are hard-headed enough to go there anyway. If that's you, well, hopefully these tips help. I'll be covering everything from farming enemies to extracting safely. My first bit of advice is to always have a route and an objective. Whether you're looking to farm named enemies or division tech, have a route that helps you achieve these goals. There are many that you can find online, and I'll link a few of them in the description below. Extractions are always tense, and with the update coming they'll get even more tense. I can't stress enough just how helpful it can be to have a go-to extraction point. I usually hit either this spot or this extraction site. Choose a site that doesn't see much foot traffic or rogue activity. I chose mine because in this extraction point I have a few good hiding spots, and at this one you can run into the subway in case of emergency. There's also one more reason that I'll get to in a second, but having a favorite extraction point can take some of the edge off of the pressure while you wait for that timer to count down. I ran my high-end sniper all the way from DZ6 due to high rogue activity up in the north in the Dark Zone and extracted safely, alone, in a lobby packed full of rogues. When you're alone, it's extremely important to be seen as little as possible by other agents. They haven't spotted you yet? Good. Stay hidden until you see them and they pass peacefully. Make sure to break lines of sight constantly, meaning take tight corners and never walk plainly in the middle of the street, and weave through different cover items. This is just a precaution if you're trying to farm or grind out DZ levels. Small rogue skirmishes aren't worth the loss. As I stated earlier, there was another reason for choosing that one extraction point in DZ01. When you send up your flare, an odd number of enemies spawn at this spot, more so than in other Dark Zone areas, except for a few that are up in harder Dark Zone levels, but as this is a guide for people who are playing alone, we want to minimize stakes and ensure gains, so mow down the enemies who swarm this extraction point in order to gain some Dark Zone XP or to complete daily and weekly challenges. Every few minutes, also run downstairs and farm this named enemy who can drop a few nice high-ends, especially for those of you who aren't fully geared, and he does respawn rather quickly, so remember to check back often. Normally, I'd recommend that you don't pick up things that you don't need. Ignore those greens because the yellow bag on your back is a target that isn't worth it at this point. But it can be useful. At times I'll pick up a green in this extraction point after killing an enemy and call in an extraction just to get more mobs to spawn, so be strategic with your pickups, and always remember taking a moment to stock up again if you need to. At times, the Dark Zone won't be ideal. There'll be rogues running around and griefing people, which I've also encountered, and there are a few things you can do to avoid this. Simply wait them out, stick to cover, and keep far away from them. If you have loot that you want to extract, but you don't know if it's safe due to rogue activity, you could wait for someone else to start an extraction, and then move to another point and extract alone, in the hopes that the rogues are busy robbing that first player. You could also try baiting them. Start multiple extractions by hitting points that are relatively close to each other, and start a wild goose chase. This is of course a bit risky though. Above anything else, I'd preach patience. I always go back to my story of how I got my high-end M1A, but I extracted that in a dangerous lobby, full of rogues, because I carefully and patiently worked my way down the map from DZ6 to 1 and took my time. Remember, this is not some power leveling guide. I'm not even max Dark Zone myself because I usually play challenge mode missions for the most part, but when I do grind out some levels, I try and minimize my losses, and that's what this is about, playing smart and carefully. The Dark Zone is not dangerous for lone wolves as long as you know how to play it. I hope some of these tips helped. Have any other ones? Let me know in the comments below. Remember to like and sub for more, and if you haven't, enter to win a season pass for The Division. In my latest giveaway, I'll be giving one lucky subscriber a pass for the platform of their choice. Details and links are in the description below, and as always, thanks for watching, guys.
Dark Winter.